Twain once quipped, "It is better to keep your mouth closed and let people think you are a fool than to open it and to remove all doubt." But not today, because four brilliant young debaters representing their schools will open their mouths to prove the exact opposite, that their voices deserve to be heard. And when they are done, four more will take center stage today. It's day 7 of the second regional championship in I Beg to Differ Season 9. 20 schools remain in this race. But by the time the microphones go silent this evening, only 18 will still be in the hunt for glory. So who will speak their way into the round of 16? And who will be left behind? Let's find out now. I'm Femi Obong-Daniels.
And I am Yvonne, Okhaifo. We're streaming live on Facebook and YouTube, Nigeria Info 99.3. This competition is broadcasting on 101.7 Kids FM as well. And if you miss any of the action this week, you can always catch up on Wazobia Max Television at the weekend. That's DSTV channel 259, GoTV channel 98, and StarTimes channel 195. For sponsorship inquiries, send an email to info@nigeriainfo.fm or I beg to differ at nigeriainfo.fm.
No doubt. All right, everyone, time now to meet our panel of judges for today's debate. As has been the case all season long and through time, let's say welcome to our Chief Judge, Dr. Chike Mbeadiche, Head of Department, Communication, Media and Cultural Studies, Pan-Atlantic University, Lagos. Chief Judge Chike, welcome. Judge Ama Ekove is Program Manager, Center for Inclusive Social Development. And we say welcome to you too, Judge Ama. Also on the panel, Judge Ufoma Egbamuna, News Manager, Cool FM, Wazobia FM, Nigeria Info, Kids FM. He will be one of the judges. Welcome to you, Ufoma Egbamuna. Judge Ufoma. Last but by no means least, Judge Yvonne Okhaifo, Principal Yvonne, broadcaster and elocution coach, our diction coach and judge. Welcome, Yvonne.
Thank you, Femi.
Brilliant. Now time to meet the contestants for this first of two debates today. Let me start by saying welcome to the team from Vicmob High School, Egbeda, Lagos. Join me to welcome Oyewole Kuriba Olamide and Ibrahim Suad Chikemi. How are you, both of you? It's good to have you with us in the studios. Olamide Kuriba is 15. She's in SS3. Chikemi is 16. She's also in SS3. They are supported by Ayodele Toluwani Gift, who's 14 and in SS2. Are you ready for this debate?
Yes, sir.
Brilliant. So, what first name would you like to go by? Olamide or Kuriba? Olamide. And I'm assuming it's Olamide and Chikemi.
Yes, sir.
Correct. Welcome. Let's meet their opponents. From Seylek City College, Yaba, Lagos. Please welcome the team made up of Eric Princess and Ojubeli Chioma. Welcome, both of you. It's good to have you in the studio. Princess Eric is 15. She's in SS3. Chioma is only 12. And she is indeed in JSS3. They are supported by Victor Angel Onyechi, who's 15 and in SS3. Welcome to Princess, and welcome to you too, Chioma of Seylek City College, Yaba, Lagos, and welcome to the team of Olamide and Shikemi of Vicmob High School, Egbeda, Lagos.
The motion before us this hour is grades do not accurately measure intelligence. Both Vicmob High School and Seylek City College were told to prepare for both sides of the topic, and now we're going to find out how this match will go.
And so, as that is done, a quick reminder to both of you, you will have 3 minutes each. 3 minutes for each of the 3 rounds: a presentation, the rebuttal, and a closing round. Your rebuttal round is very, very important. During the presentation round, listen intently to your opponent. You must rebut every single argument your opponent makes. If you have time enough after rebuttals, you could add new points of your own. Those points will not count if you left some arguments made by your opponent unrebutted. You could tie. If you do tie, you go into a tie breaker round. You'll get 5 minutes and you will switch sides in that tie breaker round. Remember, your third round of the debate is important as well. It is not about you making new points. It's about how beautifully illustrative you could be in the bid to convince the judges. And that is it. So now that we've gone through the ritual of determining who will oppose and who will support, can we hear how these schools will be debating? Let's start with you, Vicmob. You are opposing.
Yes, sir.
So Seylek, you are supporting the motion. Brilliant. Brilliant.
We're streaming live on Facebook and YouTube. Join the live streams, like, comment, share. We will be reading your comments. Remember, if you're interested in sponsoring I Beg to Differ, reach out to us via email, info@nigeriainfo.fm, or I Beg to Differ @nigeriainfo.fm.
Special thanks to obiweezy.com for being a part of this ride. In the days to come, would let you know what the winners of this competition will be getting. We just got the consignment today, as promised by our partners and sponsors and supporters, Obiweezy. Special thanks to our production team of Executive Director Sheriff Quadri, Olamide Fajuju, Digital Lead, Babatunde Abdul Salam, Technical and Content Chief, Kenneth Odueme, who is digital guy ensuring we look good on social media, alongside Samuel Iwuji, all those beautiful shots you see. Onyeka Eledan, who is our sound engineer and production assistant. We'll take a break. When we come back, you would find out how this debate will go between Vicmob High School, Egbeda, Lagos, and Seylek City College, Yaba, Lagos. Stick around.
It's Wednesday and the battle words continues. At 4 p.m. Vicmob High School takes on Seylek City College, arguing a motion that hits close to home. Grades do not accurately measure intelligence. Then at 5 p.m., it's the Zale College versus Awarith College, debating a fiery motion. Should former governors be banned from taking government appointments? Expect passion, logic, and the ultimate verbal fireworks. It's brains, strategy, and persuasion, all on the Abeg to Differ arena, where tomorrow's thinkers clash today. I am Yvonne Okhaifo. Join Femi, Obong-Daniels, and me as 2 more debaters qualify for the round of 16 on Wednesday. I Beg to Differ Season 9. 32 debaters, now 20. 1 winner, 1 grand title, the champion of champions. Supported by Obiweezy. For sponsorship inquiries, send an email to info@nigeriainfo.fm or I Beg to Differ @nigeriainfo.fm. I Beg to Differ, the tournament of champions.
We're streaming live on Facebook and YouTube. Find Nigeria Info. You cannot miss it. Comment, like, share the link. And we would be doing the best we can to ensure we take your comments.
That's right.
All right. And so we come to this first debate. The motion for this debate. Grades do not accurately measure intelligence. Grades do not accurately measure intelligence. Seylek City College will be supporting that motion, and Vicmob High School will be opposing it. Picture this: a number on a sheet, a letter on a transcript, a grade beside a name. But can ink on paper truly measure the fire in a mind? This hour, we interrogate a system that has shaped generations. We ask a question whispered in classrooms and shouted in silence. Do grades measure intelligence? Or merely memory? Is brilliance confined to examination halls? Can creativity be scored out of 100? Can leadership be boxed into an A? Can genius be reduced to a GPA? From the daring thinkers of Vicmob High School to the analytical minds of Seylek City College, we examine whether education is about understanding or about performance. Because history remembers innovators, not report cards. It celebrates thinkers, not test scripts. And so tonight we challenge the metric, we challenge the method, we challenge the mode, we challenge the measurement. And as always, these four young minds are here to beg to differ. So let's get into it.
We'll start with the motion supporter, Seylek City College. You've got 3 minutes. Your time starts now.
If we're truly measured intelligence, then every top student will be the most successful person in the world. But that is not the reality. Respective to greetings to the chairman, panel of judges, accurate temper, my co-debaters, moderator, and everyone present here. To begin with, grades measure memorization rather than understanding, meaning that, yes, in a classroom, you may be able to memorize, but in the end, it's what you understand, it's what you grasp, it's the concept you understand in the end that matters. In the class, you may memorize a topic, yes, but what do you understand in the end? After memorization, you only grasp facts and not concept. Next, not all students think in the same way. Not all develop in the early stage of life, but some of them are late bloomers. Let's take for instance now Thomas Edison. He was told that it was too difficult to teach, but when he was homeschooled, he later created the light bulb, which we all use today. Meaning that even though in his earlier stages, it was not good enough, he was not intelligent. It did not mean that he was not intelligent. It just meant that he needed time to process, he needed time to think, he needed time to evolve and innovate. Meaning, even after all the 999 times, in the 1000th attempt, he got it. Meaning that it was not dumb, it was intelligent, but it just showed in later stage. Next, intelligence is multifaceted. This is a theory propounded by psychologist Howard Gardner. He's proposed that there are 8 forms of intelligence. There's linguistic, we have linguistic, spatial, music, kinesthetic, and other forms of intelligence. But grades only measure 2 out of all this intelligence. Next, emotional intelligence is really captured, or is really graded. There's a Daniel Goleman proposed a theory that most of the leaders we have today, they only succeed due to 80% of the leaders we have today succeed based on emotional intelligence, because they rule perfectly well due to the emotional intelligence. Oh, Vicmob, let me throw this question out to you. Why is it that your school gives character awards at the end of the term? Why can they not just grade it? Why can the system not grade it or give it a score, give it an A, label it with a tag, instead of having to give separate character awards in the end of the term? Next, creativity is really captured in written exams. Highly creative thinkers and innovators there to challenge the the convention. They're there to challenge what has been set already. They already made alignments, or they already made things that have been in motion already. But highly creative thinkers, they want to challenge, they beg to differ, but in the end, they are not really graded. They're not graded right. They are still questioned. Traditional grading systems only reward conformity, not originality. They do not let them express their thoughts. Yes, standardized exams limit expression. Imagine you want to write an essay now, not even an essay. You're given an exam, but the marking scheme in the end you do not because your answer is not in the marking scheme, you are marked down. This does not mean you're not intelligent. It just means that you have another way to think. Thank you.
Thank you.
Oyewole, please. It's Eric Princess of Seylek City College, Yaba, Lagos, for her school's presentation round. Well done. We now move over to Vicmob High School, Egbeda, Lagos, where Olamide Kuriba Oyewole will open for them.
When your life is on the line, you don't choose who feels intelligent. You choose the one that has proven it. Distinguished judges, ladies and gentlemen, worthy opponents. My name is Yvonne Olamide, a proud and vibrant student from the prestigious Vicmob High School, and I'm here to share truth on the falsehood that grades do not accurately measure intelligence. Let us bring this debate down from theory to reality, to a place every Nigerian understands. Imagine you walk into a Lagos hospital with a serious medical condition. You are in pain, your family is anxious, time is critical. Two people stand before you. One is a certified doctor, someone who went through years of rigorous training, passed continuous assessment and professional exams, also earned strong grades in anatomy, physiology, pharmacology, and clinical reasoning. The other claims to be intelligent, yet still fail this continuous assessment. Judges, let us be honest, not theoretical or emotional, but honest. Who do you trust your life? You choose the doctors. And why? Because educational system has verified that this person is able to understand complex information, reason accurately, apply knowledge effectively, and make sound decisions under pressure. In other words, education has proven this person to be academically intelligent. If grades were inaccurate, they will not trust them with something as serious as the human life. But we do. Let us extend this further. When we board an airplane, we trust the pilot whose training records proved competence. When we cross the bridge, we trust the engineers whose academic performance proved technical reasoning. When we hire lawyers, we trust the one that passed law schools and bar exams. Across every profession, society relies on academic grades and performance as an evidence of human intellectual capability. That is not tradition, that is functional accuracy. Because grades do three things. They verify understanding, can you grasp knowledge? They test reading, are you able to use and analyze knowledge properly? They prove application, can you use your knowledge correctly under pressure? Together, those are the foundation of academic intelligence. Now, proposition may claim intelligence is broader than academics. We agree. When your life is on the line, you're not searching for musical or athletic intelligence. You're looking for someone with scientific understanding and medical reasoning, all measured through what? Academic grading. And in that responsibility, grades are not meant to measure everything. They're only meant to measure the intelligence required for academics and professional competence. And in that responsibility, they succeed. If grades were truly inaccurate, then the most critical sectors of the society, medicine, aviation, law, engineering, would not depend on it to determine competence, but they do, because grades are consistent, structured, predictive of performance, and directly tied to reasoning and application. So when proposition says grades do not accurately measure intelligence, they are simply asking us to believe that the very system we trust to choose our doctors, engineers, lawyers, and pilots is fundamentally unreliable. But our daily choices prove the opposite. We trust grades when they matter most, and we trust them because they are an accurate measure of the academic cognitive intelligence. Judges, this debate is not abstract. It is practical and clear. When lives and critical decisions are involved, we rely on people whose intelligence has been tested and proven through grades. That is not coincidence. That is evidence of accuracy. For these reasons, with clarity and conviction, I urge you to reject the motion that grades do not accurately measure intelligence. Thank you.
Well done. We're streaming live on Facebook and YouTube. Like, comment, and share the live streams. Share the live streams with everyone.
Indeed, that was Oyewole Olamide of Vicmob High School, Egbeda, Lagos. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll go to the rebuttal rounds. I see Chioma and Shikemi getting ready for their various schools. All of that right after this time out.
Obi Weezy, Nigeria's trusted name in affordable tech and gadget tradings. From Lagos to Abuja, from students to CEOs, Obiwizi is your guy for quality tech devices. Brand new, pre-owned and UK used. Got a phone or laptop? Bring it in and walk out with an upgrade, a cashback or both. Whether you shop in-store or online at obiwizi.com, that is obiwizi.com, you're guaranteed value, warranty and a customer first experience. Obiwizi offers affordable tech, trusted service because with gadgets, Obiwizi is your guy. Visit www.obiwizi.com. That is www.obiwizi.com. Happy shopping.
Welcome back to the second round of this match. This round involves these schools going against the points made by their opponents. Femi.
Yeah, no doubt. And it also means this debate is getting even more intense. So you can say that the results are on the table. Now we question the marking scheme. And that is what this rebuttal round is about. Let's question the marking scheme. Let's question the opponent's submission.
Right.
Are you ready?
We'll start this round with Seylek City, with Vicmob High School being the motion opposer.
Yep.
You've got 3 minutes and your time starts now.
To see this form of perspective, it is important to understand that we're not measuring whether or not a person is intelligent. We're measuring the variance and direction of that intelligence. Standing on existing protocols, my name is Ibrahim Sadu, representing Vicmob High School. Quick rebuttals before we jump into positive inclusions. The opposition case is premised on the idea that grades measure memorization, not understanding, but the ability. Examination is a process. You memorize, you understand, and you are able to write down whatever you've understood on a paper, which ends up being graded. You also talk about Obong-Daniels theory, and I tell you that Obong-Daniels theory is highly debatable and lacks empirical testing support. Now, you talked about if character is graded in our school. Yes, I'll tell you, character is graded in our school. Now, moving on to extensions. Let me tell you a story. Tunde sat in a classroom like every other student across Nigeria, but Tunde struggled, especially in subjects that required heavy theoretical reasoning. Mathematics tests came back with low scores, and his grades in abstract reasoning were not impressive, so people simply assumed he was not intelligent. But something interesting happened whenever learning moved from theory to practice. During practical sessions, Tunde came alive. In technical drawing, he showed precision. In basic technology, he demonstrated creativity. And during workshops, he answered questions faster than most of his peers. Now, one day, the school generator broke down, and while others watched, Tunde stepped forward, diagnosed the problem and fixed it. Another time, the sound system broke, and while others watched, Tunde also stepped forward and fixed it. Later in the future, instead of forcing himself down a purely academic path, Tunde went to a technical college and graduated top of his class, not because he suddenly became intelligent, but because he went to an environment that aligned with his strength. His low grades in theoretical subjects showed his weakness in abstract reasoning, while his high marks in practical solving showed spatial knowledge and practical problem solving skills. An accurate measurement is not all about everyone getting equal marks. It's about aligning your strengths and knowing your weaknesses. Grades don't only measure academic performance, it measures adaptability under pressure. Examinations comes with tension, stress. The ability of a student to not be grounded in that stress and still come out top is intelligence. So I ask you, if grades do not measure intelligence, what does? If grades are not indicators of intelligence, then how do universities grade their top students? And how do scholarship boards evaluate academic ability? Unless a better alternative is proposed, then grades will continue to remain an accurate measure of intelligence. In a classroom setting, same teacher, same notes, everything is on the same basis, yet one student comes out top. That is not luck, that is intelligence. One test does not define intelligence, but consistency over time. You know it's intelligence. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Interesting. Ibrahim Suad Chikemi of Vicmob High School, Egbeda, for her version of her school's rebuttal round. And now we go over to Seylek City College, Yaba, Lagos, where I guess Chioma Ojubeli is waiting.
Chioma, you've got 3 minutes.
For my opponents, you are merely given scenarios, not points. I acknowledge the presence of all the interested listeners and viewers. And I say, grades do not accurately measure intelligence. First of all, you mentioned medical doctors and lawyers and pilots. But let me tell you, they use memorization in order to pass these exams. That's why you have scenarios where surgeons forget surgical scissors inside people's stomachs and forget the procedures and how to treat patients. This just shows that the grading system is faulty. Next, intelligence is broader than grades. That is the reason why Intelligence is better than grades, and that is the reason why. And that is the reason why most professions that we have today, some people are successful, while some are not. Yes, students. Yes, some professions, some people. Yes, some people pass and some people fail. But this does not show that you are intelligent. Consider Bill Gates, Albert Einstein, Thomas Edison, and Winston Churchill. They all thought that they were not good enough. They were told that they were not good enough for by the grading system. But later on, they created different innovations, and you are here citing lawyers, doctors, and pilots. Now, let me tell you, these lawyers, doctors, and pilots, we have quacks and we have these specialized ones. The ones who are specialized are the ones that are highly intelligent, but most of them were not highly intelligent. They only have memory and test-taking abilities. Next, you said I should answer the question that if not grades, what can measure intelligence? Now, let me tell you, aptitude can measure intelligence. Your natural ability to understand and take things or can also measure your intelligence. Aptitude measures your intelligence. Aptitude measures your emotional intelligence, your critical thinking skills, your problem-solving abilities. Next, practical intelligence is not graded. Practical intelligence is not well graded because in most schools of today, people of higher societies are able to afford schools that have all the facilities and laboratories, but people from lower backgrounds are not able to afford these schools. Meaning that does that mean that people from lower backgrounds are not intelligent? No, it just means that the grading system only favors the rich and the people with more resources. I've been able to refute on my opponent's points. I would like to add one more point to that of my chief speaker. One, different forms of intelligence. There are different forms of intelligence that are not recorded by grades. For example, forms of intelligence like emotional intelligence, practical intelligence. And let me tell you, what about all those learners who do not follow the typical grading systems? For example, visual learners and kinesthetic learners. There are no provisions made for them. Once they write exams, people just grade and say that, oh, they're not intelligent without having to understand their position. Thank you.
You're welcome.
She's only 12 years of age. She's a JSS 3 student of Seylek City College, Yaba, Lagos. Ojubeli Chioma. Well done. This has been, how do you say, this rebuttal round has been highly unusual, but no doubt the kids have given it their all. One final task remaining. It's the closing argument where fresh points do not matter, where what matters is your power to convince. So bring your A game when we come back from off this break.
We're streaming live on Facebook and YouTube. Remember to like, comment, and share. And if you're thinking about partnering or sponsoring I Beg to Differ, then send an email to info@nigeriainfo.fm or I Beg to Differ @nigeriainfo.fm.
Obiwizi, Nigeria's trusted name in affordable tech and gadgets trade-ins. From Lagos to Abuja, from students to CEOs, Obiwizi is your guy for quality tech devices, brand new and pre-owned, UK used. Got a phone or laptop? Bring it in and work out with an upgrade, a cashback, or both. Whether you shop in-store or online at obiwizi.com, that is obiwizi.com, you are guaranteed value, warranty, and a customer-first experience. Obiwizi offers affordable tech, trusted service, because with gadgets, Obiwizi is your guy. Visit www.obiwizi.com. Again, www.obiwizi.com. Happy shopping!
It's Wednesday and the Battle of Words continues. At 4 p.m., Vicmob High School takes on Seylek City College, arguing a motion that hits close to home. Grades do not accurately measure intelligence. Then at 5 p.m., it's the Zale College versus Awarith College, debating a fiery motion. Should former governors be banned from taking government appointments? Expect passion, logic, and the ultimate verbal fireworks. It's brains, strategy, and persuasion, all on the I Beg to Differ arena, where tomorrow's thinkers clash today. I am Yvonne Okhaifo. Join Femi, Obong-Daniels, and me as two more debaters qualify for the round of 16 on Wednesday. I Beg to Differ Season 9. 32 debaters, now 20. One winner, one grand title, the champion of champions. Supported by Obiwizi. For sponsorship inquiries, send an email to info@nigeriainfo.fm or I Beg to Differ @nigeriainfo.fm. I Beg to Differ, the tournament of champions. Welcome back. As Femi would say, it's the last Uhuru.
And after this, unless there's a tiebreaker round, then you get to pick another Uhuru somewhere. Well, the grades have been defended. The system challenged. Now submit your final answer. To the closing round, we now go.
That's right. We'll start this round with Seylek City College being the motion supporter. You've got 3 minutes. Okay, your time starts now.
Oh, how I've mistaken temperature for the weather. Grades are symbols, letters urged on papers, numbers averaged in columns. But intelligence is a living force. It breathes, questions, doubts, imagines, and connects. To confine intelligence to grade is to pour the into a teacup and clear that the sea is measured. Funny, right? The cup might hold water, yes, but not the tide, not the current, and not the depth. Great measures performance within a moment, a timed response, a memorized theory, a structured answer. But intelligence often reveals itself in silence, in curiosity, in the child who asks why, long after the lesson had ended. It reveals itself in the student who dismantles the machine just to understand the heart, in the dreamer who sketches impossible bridges, in the thinker who sees patterns that others overlook. This background fits the examination script. Consider how many minds history once misjudged. Albert Einstein was not universally celebrated during his early schooling. Thomas Edison was told it was difficult to teach. Winston Churchill was struggling academic during his youth, yet their intelligence had reshaped physics, technology, and global politics respectively. If grades depend on intellect, how many revolutions of thought are buried on that red ink? How many? Just tell me how many. Grades reward recall, compliance, and speed. Intelligence often thrives in reflection, resistance, and depth. Intelligence is not only the ability to answer correctly, it is the courage to question the question itself. Philosophically, intelligence is the capacity to navigate complexity. It includes wisdom, creativity, adaptability, empathy, and problem-solving in unpredictable realities. Grade do not measure resistance and adversity, nor can it quantify originality of imagination. The human mind is multidimensional, and to read its alphabetical hierarchies is to flatten something profoundly intricate. This is not to dismiss grade entirely. Grade miracle academic achievements in a defined system, but a system is not the soul. The measure of a mind cannot be reduced to margins and percentages. Intelligence is dynamic, it evolves, surprises, and disrupts. Intelligence does not always reveal itself in structured silence. Most times, it grows better outside the classroom walls. So, let us not confuse performance with potential, nor compliance with comprehension. Great miracle was written, but did not reveal what is possible. And intelligence in truest form is possibility unbounded, unlettered, and progressive than any score could declare. I rest my case. Thank you.
You're welcome.
12-year-old Choma Ochubeli of Seylek City College, Yaba, Lagos, alongside her lead speaker Eric Princess of the same institution, supported by Victor Angel Onyechi. They rested their case. Well done to Seylek City College, Yaba, Lagos. We now pivot to Vicmob High School, Egbeda, Lagos, for the closing argument. Who is taking it? Brilliant.
Distinguished judges, ladies and gentlemen, worthy opponents, let us be honest. In a world of millions, how do we measure ability, compare understanding, test analysis, or separate evidence from assumption? We measure. And in an educational system, that measurement is grades. Grades are not just random numbers written carelessly on paper. They are the structured results of continuous assessment. They test analysis, reasoning, comprehension, and the ability to apply knowledge effectively under defined conditions. Let me ask you a question. When doctors diagnose a patient, do you trust guesswork or measured results? When engineers build bridges, do you rely on emotions or calculations? When pilots fly airplanes, do you depend on feelings or tested competence? Across every serious field, measurements matters. So why should education be the only field where evidence suddenly becomes unacceptable? Intelligence is not magic. It is the ability to understand, process information, and respond correctly. And what do exams require? Understanding, processing, correct responses. If intelligence is the ability to reason, then grades which verifies reasoning reflect intelligence. Are grades perfect? No. But let us not mistake perfection for accuracy. A thermometer is not perfect, yet let us know when we have fever. A clock is not perfect, but tells us the time. Similarly, grades are not flawless, but are a reliable indicator. When thousands of students sit to write the same exam within the same time limit marked by the same scheme, their results will reveal patterns of ability. Patterns do not lie. A student who consistently demonstrates strong reasoning, clear understanding, and accurate responses is not simply lucky. Luck does not repeat itself semester after semester. That is ability. That is intelligence. That is discipline at work. If we dismiss grades, what alternative do we offer? Opinions, guesswork, emotions? Society relies on proven competence. Grades provide structure. Structure provides fairness. Fairness provides comparison. Without comparison, evaluation collapses. A classroom without a measurement is like a race without a finish line, a question without an answer, a compass without direction. Numbers may not tell the whole story, but they tell an important part. Yes, intelligence is broad, but academic intelligence, which include analytical thinking, logical reasoning, practical judgment, and the ability to answer questions properly under pressure, is exactly what grades are designed to measure. For that reason, with clarity and conviction, I urge you to reject the notion that grades do not accurately measure intelligence. Thank you.
Brilliant. Brilliant. That was indeed Ibrahim Chikemi. That was Oyewole Kuriba Olamide. Well done. Of Vicmob High School, Egbeda, Lagos. Ably supported by Ibrahim Suad Chikemi and, of course, Ayodele Toluwani Gift backing them up. You've both done well, and we're proud of you for the effort you have put in here today. We confronted the age-old classroom question: is intelligence measurable? One side argued that grades provide structure, accountability, and standardized evaluation, a necessary compass in academic navigation. The other insisted that intelligence is too vast, too layered, too dynamic to be trapped within examination scripts. But here's the truth that lingers. Grades may measure performance. They may measure preparation. They may measure retention. But intelligence? Intelligence is curiosity. It is creativity. It is problem solving when the syllabus ends. It is innovation when the marking scheme fails. A transcript may open doors, but it is the mind that walks through them. And perhaps the real lesson tonight is this: education should not produce high scores. It should produce high capacity, because brilliance is not always graded, but it is always felt. Thank you very much for the work you've done, all of you, and for doing as much justice as you could at such young ages. Youngest of them, 12 years of age. And it's been a pleasure having you all in our studios. All right, very soon we'll go to the judges' scorecard. We'll figure out how they've decided. Before that, Diction coach and judge Yvonne has got a thought to share with all of you, so pay attention.
That's right. Thank you, Femi. I'll start with Vicmob High School. Say worthy, not worthy. Worthy, okay? Worthy. Say interesting, not interesting. Interesting, okay? Now, except in academic settings, you don't say a paper. You say paper, written on paper, not written on a paper. A paper is an academic report on a particular subject, okay? I wrote a paper on such and such and such. But generically, you do not say a paper. Can I have a paper, please? You say a sheet of paper, a piece of paper, okay? So, except in academic settings, don't say a paper. Say paper. Simply say paper. Also say perfect, not perfect. Perfect. Perfect, not perfect, okay? Comparison, not comparison. Comparison. And to Seylek City College, I will say multifaceted, not multifaceted. not multifaceted, okay? Multifaceted. Faceted, okay? Multifaceted. Daniel Goleman, not Daniel Goleman. Daniel Goleman, not Daniel Goleman, all right, my darling. And then say thought. The past tense of think is thought, not taught, because that is the past tense of teach. The past tense of teach is taught. The past tense of think is thought, okay? You have to bite your tongue slightly when you say that. Laboratory, not laboratory, laboratory, all right, my darling. And then say having been able to refute my opponent's point, not having able to refute my opponent's point. I'm sure you said that in the heat of the moment. Say courage, courage, not courage, courage, okay? Courage. Ask, not ask, ask. The S is before the K. It is sk, not x. So say ask, not ax, all right? And finally, bound, please, not bounded, not unbounded, I beg of you. Okay? Well done. Well done. Over to you, Femi.
All right. Just to add, yes, laboratory. But in case your school is more Americanized, you can choose the option of laboratory, which is not the same thing as laboratory.
Laboratory.
Laboratory. All right. Okay. Let's go now into the scorecard. For this debate, here is how the judges have determined representation, rebuttal, and closing rounds. Round 1. Judge Ama has it as Seylek 8, Seylek 10, Seylek College 10, Vicmob School 9. Judge Ufoma has it as Seylek College 10, Vicmob School 9. Chief Judge Chike has it as Seylek College 10, Vicmob School 8.5. Seylek lead 30 to 26.5 for Vicmob School. Round 2. All 3 judges score it 10-8, 10-8, 10-8. That's your rebuttal round. All for Seylek College. Seylek win round 2, 30 to 24. Round 3. Chief Judge Chike and Judge Ama score it 10-9 each for Seylek College, and Judge Ufoma scores it 10-8 for Vicmob School. So total scoring is Judge Ama, Seylek 30, Vicmob 26, Judge Ufoma, Seylek 28, Vicmob 27, Chief Judge Chike, Seylek 30, Vicmob 25. Diction scoring from Judge Yvonne is 10-10 for your winner by unanimous decision, 98 points to 88.5. Congratulations to Seylek City College, Yaba, Lagos. Congratulations, Princess. And to you, Chioma, and even to Victor Angel Onyechi. You've made it through the round of 16. Well done.
But I have to say to Vicmob that your rebuttal round was your undoing. It sounded more like a closing than an actual rebuttal. The rebuttal round is supposed to be the round where you refute your opponent's point. You focus on refuting all their points. Okay? But you spent that time doing more of convincing, trying to convince the judges, as opposed to refuting your opponent's points. And that's mostly where you lost it.
That would have been great for a final round, round 3.
Right.
You are listening, your number one station for.
But it didn't work. More on that when we come off this break.